Have you ever seen a photo of the moon bursting with vibrant color? And wonder how it's even possible? Today I'll show you exactly how to capture and process a HDR mineral full moon from start to finish and how to stitch parts of the moon into one image. We will walk through everything: fire capture, PIP, AutoStackered, ICE, Registax and Photoshop step by step. You don't need experience or expensive software, just some patience and passion for the cosmos. Let's reveal the moon's hidden colors together. So welcome to Horizons of Space. Let's begin. First we open the fire capture program. I use this for all my planetary imaging sessions. Set your folder where you want to save the raw data. Let me see. I've set the resolution to the maximum for my ZWO camera. After that, I adjust the focus on the moon to make it sharper, as you can see. Then I fine-tune the gain and exposure for my moon shots. And here you can change the duration of the capture for the moon. I've set it to 3 minutes. You can choose a duration that works best for you. But remember, for Jupiter, I wouldn't recommend going this long. This is where you can toggle the debayer option. This affects the color, but since we'll be capturing in monochrome, we'll keep it off. Now we start capturing the moon. This will take a while, so let's skip ahead. Because of my current setup, the moon doesn't fit entirely on the screen. I have to capture it in parts. For each section, I record for 3 minutes or so. As you can see here, the middle part of the moon. It's time to pre-process the data using another program called PIP. This program helps reduce data volume and prepares your solar, lunar or planetary images for stacking. As you can see, here is a preview of the moon. Let's upload the files into PIP. Here you have some options depending on the type of object. In this case, it's solar, lunar, close-up. This is the anchor feature box used to select a surface detail to align with. You can adjust the options here if needed, but usually I don't change much. The only change I make is turning off monochrome conversion. We definitely want color in our data. This is very important for the mineral moon later on. Make sure the frame stabilization mode is set to surface feature. Now choose your output format and the folder where to process data will be saved. Click do processing, then start processing. It will create a subfolder for the output. This may take a while, so let's skip the loading time. Once that's done, repeat the process for each moon section you have captured. Next, we will stack the video frames into a single image. For stacking, I use AutoStackered, and all the programs I mentioned in this video are free to use. I'll drop the download links in the description below. Drag and drop your pre-processed video into AutoStackered. The green square is for image stabilization. You can press Ctrl and click where you want to place the anchor point. Select surface as the stabilization method since we're working with the moon. You can expand or crop the final image, but I usually leave it as is. When ready, click Analyze. This may take a few minutes, so let's jump forward. You'll see the quality graph. From left to right, best to worst frames. The lines indicate 25%, 50%, 75% of the frames. The middle line shows the quality level of each frame. Now you can choose how many frames to stack, either by percentage or frame count. I usually go with 20% of all my frames. Now we set the alignment points. I changed the AP size to about 200 and click place AP grid. You'll see a grid appear. You can also add or remove points manually. Left click to add, right click to delete. Once ready, you can click on stack. And repeat this process for each moon section you have captured. Next up, we are stitching the moon parts together. For that, I will use Image Composite Editor by Microsoft, also free to use. Open the images you want to stitch. Step 2, click on stitch. It will automatically combine the moon images. It's super easy. Zoom out and voila, a complete full moon. Step 3 lets you crop the image. I hit autocomplete so it fills in any edges. Otherwise you will get an incomplete border. When that's done, save the image to your folder. I use the TIFF format to save my files. Next we will align the RGB channels and sharpen the image in Registax. Also free, check the description for the link. Open the stitched moon image in Registax. And when it's open, click on full image to zoom out. First go to the right hand tab and use RGB balance. Click on auto balance to align the red, green and blue channels. You'll see a preview in the center of the moon. I move this box to an area with high detail to sharpen more accurately. For sharpening, I use wavelets. As you can see here, you can denoise and sharpen the image using the sliders. There are different layers, each can be adjusted manually. I use a saved preset for my values. You can save yours below the sliders. If you push the sliders too far, the result becomes too harsh. That's why I increase them just slightly. Once you're happy with the preview, hit do all. Don't forget this step. Now the image will be sharpened. This will take a while. Now the image is sharpened and the colors are aligned. Save the image to your folder. Now we add color in Photoshop. Open Photoshop. Open the sharpened balanced moon image into Photoshop, like so. First unlock the background layer and duplicate it. Like this, duplicate layer, okay. Go to filter and choose camera raw filter. Now go to calibration and turn the saturation of red, green and blue up to 100. Next go to color and adjust the saturation and vibrance sliders. You have to play a little bit. As you can see a little bit of color coming. After that I will tweak the exposure settings. This depends on your own preferences. Play around with the sliders until you are happy. Like so. Under the details tab you can sharpen the image further, reduce the color noise. When you're done, click on OK. Now we have added some color. Duplicate the top layer again. Repeat the same process in camera raw filter. Turn saturation up again for each color, red, green and blue. Adjust the sliders again. So now we have added even more color. Look at those beautiful mineral tones. It's just incredible. Hide the top layer. We'll work on the one beneath it. Select the quick selection tool from the left toolbar. Use it to select the moon. Then click select and mask at the top. Set the radius to about 10 pixels and then hit on OK. Now click create a new layer below. Then go to edit, select fill and select fill contents with white color. Now go to the filter on top, select blur and choose Gaussian blur to make it a little bit glowy. And here you can adjust how much you want it. This adds a glowing effect to the moon. Adjust the blur to your liking. It's all personal preference. Now click create adjustment layer, circle icon at the bottom and adjust the exposure, tweak it as you like. I do it on my own preferences. Now turn the top color layer back on, add rulers from the top and left. If you don't have the option rulers on the top, you can select it by going to view and select rulers to help center the moon. Use the elliptical marquee tool to draw a perfect selection around the moon. When that's done, delete the guidelines. Select the top layer and add a layer mask. Like this. And voila! You now have a glowing mineral moon. Look at this. I really like how this turned out. If you want, you can add even more detail. Duplicate the top layer again and open Camera Raw filter. Only adjust the exposure and sharpening this time. So lower the opacity slightly so more details come through. Zoom in to see the difference as you make these adjustments. Well, now the image is complete. And optionally you can add stars, either manually or by using a starry night image in the background. You have captured your own. But here is the quick and easy method. You can press B for brush, choose a soft round brush, size between 6 and 15 pixels, hardness around 50%. Set color to white and draw stars on the second layer. Use the bracket keys to change brush size quickly as you draw the stars in your image. And this is it, the final product. A beautiful, colorful, mineral HDR moon. Easier than it looks. And here it is, the final result. A colorful, detailed HDR mineral full moon you captured and brought to life. If this tutorial helped you, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more astrophotography tips and space content. Got questions or want to share your own moonshots? Drop them in the comments below. I'd love to see what you create. Thanks for watching and clear skies always.